It's good to have you join us on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. I am Merciful Ajinomo. The federal government of Nigeria declared Friday, May 1st, a public holiday to mark this year's International Workers' Day. The Nigerian Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, who made the announcement, commended Nigerian workers for their resilience, patience and understanding, particularly in their support for the Buhari administration's efforts to stem the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Aregbesola is optimistic that the economy of the country will rebound and be stronger after the COVID-19 pandemic. Hajiya Fatima Badami, mother of Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Fintiri, died in the early hours of this Wednesday at the Federal Medical Center Yola, the state capital, while undergoing treatment for a protracted illness. The state's Director General, Media and Communications, Solomon Kumanga, in a statement, said her death at this critical moment creates a huge vacuum not only for the immediate family but for the entire state. Still on the pandemic, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control says it has commenced the use of the COBAS system at the National Reference Laboratory for COVID-19 testing. The agency, in a tweet on Tuesday, noted that the deployment will enable it to conduct approximately 980 tests within 8 hours. COBAS is a system used for real-time testing aimed at qualitative detection of nucleic acids from swab samples taken from individuals who display symptoms related to COVID-19. In Lagos State, Nigeria, the Health Commissioner Professor Akin Abayomi says coronavirus infection affects the kidneys and the blood. The commissioner warned that obese, diabetic and hypertensive persons should be very careful as their conditions pose a huge risk if infected with the lethal virus. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Tuesday said Lagos State has recorded 80 new coronavirus infections, bringing the total number of cases confirmed in the state to 844, with 138 discharged patients and 19 deaths. In a related developments, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control made clarifications and notifications on the use of non-medical face masks to stop the spread of coronavirus. The agency, in a statement on its official Twitter page, said face masks which are locally made, commercial masks or face covers made of cloth do not prevent the spread of disease as efficiently as medical masks, but they can reduce the amount of virus shared by an infected person. Now to foreign scene, the United States Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab says 85 National Health Service staff and 23 social care workers in the country have died from coronavirus. Dominic sends his deepest sympathies to families and friends of the deceased, adding that the country will continue to do whatever it takes to provide support at what is an incredibly difficult time for them. According to figures from Johns Hopkins University, the United Kingdom has recorded more than 160,000 coronavirus cases and almost 22,000 deaths. We now take a break, but when we return, a potential vaccine is now being tested in Germany, and later on, a military ruler declares himself leader of Libya. Do stay.
Teaching children about coronavirus.
Mom, why are we stuck in the house when we still have enough left? It's been 2 weeks of staying at home, Mom. I miss my friends and my school. Why can't we go out like before?
We've had to stay at home because there's a virus world over. Heard about it?
My teacher told us that there is a dangerous germ called the coronavirus. What is it, Mom?
The coronavirus is an organism that causes cough, fever, and difficulty in breathing. It can be contracted through contact with surfaces or people contaminated by the virus.
How do you know if someone has the virus?
You may not know if someone has the virus, as they may appear well and not show symptoms. This is why it is important to keep a safe distance from people, avoid public places such as schools, parks, and religious places.
How do we prevent the virus from coming home? We need to keep our house safe.
We need to stay home to be safe from interacting with other people who may have the virus or who are sick. We need to wash our hands regularly with soap and water or use hand sanitizer.
That's a lot, Mom. My teacher also mentioned coughing or sneezing into the elbow.
It's a lot, yes, but never too much to keep you alive.
Won't I be bored at home, Mom?
You are likely to be bored from time to time. We will, however, ensure that we create a schedule for you to ensure that you get to read books, do some house chores, and have fun activities, even though you will be indoors.
When will coronavirus go away so that I can get back to school, swimming, and my friends?
Hopefully, the virus will go away very soon so that we can all return to our normal activities. We, however, all need to stay at home to contain the spread of the virus.
Will we be okay, Mom?
We have each other, and most importantly, with God on our side, all will be well. Remember, you are not alone. If you feel afraid, anxious, or have bad dreams, feel free to talk to me.
Thank you, Mom.
You are welcome.
Welcome back. Still on the coronavirus pandemic, a German company Mainz-based BioNTech, working with the United States pharmaceutical giant Pfizer, has begun human trials of a potential coronavirus vaccine that could supply millions by the end of the year. Pfizer says it will begin testing the experimental vaccine in the United States as early as next week, and the vaccine could be ready for emergency use by the end of the year. It added that no information on the result is currently available and that around 200 healthy volunteers aged 18 to 55 years old would be given doses ranging from 1 microgram to 100 micrograms to find the optimal dose for further studies. The safety and immunogenicity of the vaccine will, however, be investigated. In other news, Germany's Foreign Minister Heiko Maas this Wednesday announced that the government is advising against all international trips until at least June 14th. Maas hoped the need to extend the travel warning beyond 14 June would not arise, though he pointed out that the country cannot make the judgment at this moment. While issuing Germany's first official warning against tourist travel around the world on March 17, Maas said that Germany had repatriated 240,000 tourists from all over the world in the last 4 weeks and would not be running another round of repatriations this summer. Meanwhile, Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez and the Director for Health Emergencies, Fernando Simon, said relaxation of Spain's confinement measures, which have been Europe's strictest, will be done gradually and in phases. Small parts of the country will start phase 1 by Monday, with the rest joining in from May 11th. The first phase will see some small businesses start operating and allow individual exercise as well as professional sports training to resume. Senior citizens will also be permitted to go outside. De-escalation is expected to be complete by the end of June. Simon said the use of face masks is recommended in most cases but not mandatory, adding that not everyone can wear a mask. People with respiratory problems and anxiety as well as athletes will not be able to use it. Therefore, the rule about mandatory use of masks with all these exceptions is complicated. Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin on Wednesday said it was impossible to give an exact date for the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions or reopening Russia's borders. The Russian government previously barred entry to foreigners on April 30th to hold the spread of coronavirus, but Mishustin said he had signed a government decree extending border closure until the fight against the virus is complete and the epidemiological situation improves. Mishustin added that some exceptions would be granted to specialists who maintain equipment needed for manufacturing essential items to fight coronavirus. And Libya's military commander Khalifa Haftar has declared himself the ruler of Libya with a popular mandate from the people. In a televised speech on Monday night, the leader of the Libyan National Army announced that the General Command of the Armed Forces had accepted the will of the people to take over management of the country. A fire at an unfinished 4-story building warehouse in Incheon, east of Seoul, South Korea, on Wednesday killed 25 people. 7 others were injured while necessary resources were being mobilized to save those still trapped inside. The blaze reportedly started with an explosion during construction work involving combustible urethane used for insulation in a basement floor. A fire department official said the fire spread extremely quickly, rendering people inside unable to evacuate. South Korea's Prime Minister Chung Se-kun has ordered the mobilization of all necessary personnel and resources to find and rescue those trapped inside and extinguish remaining flames. That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Merciful Ajinamo.